such a time as this.
And welcome back to For Such a Time as This, the place where there is no such thing as a silent witness. Oh, Canada. Oh, Canada. Canada is leading the world right now in the Freedom March against tyrannical governments. Want to set the scene as always with a text here. Psalm 2:10. Now therefore, O kings, be wise, be warned, O rulers of the earth. Serve the Lord with fear and rejoice with trembling. Kiss the Son, lest he be angry and you perish in the way, for his wrath is quickly kindled. Blessed are all who take refuge in him. I just want to use this time as a quick update to what's going on in Canada. Oh, it is very interesting. I've always loved the British model of politics. In the House, when politicians are forced to answer questions from the opposition, they would never do this here in the U.S. because the liberals can't do it. And this will be a really, really good example why I believe those who are left, who hold leftist views, and again, when I say leftist, I'm not just saying Democrat. There are Republicans who are leftists, very much so. But it will force, let's just put it this way, it'll force I can't say that. It'll force people who are less honorable to defend their positions. And so, Mr. Justin Trudeau was forced to defend. Rotate.
Optimistic, hopeful vision for public life isn't a naive dream. It could be a powerful force for change. If Canadians are to trust their government needs to trust Canadians. Those are the words of the Prime Minister in 2015. These people, very often misogynistic, racist, women haters, science deniers, the fringe. Same Prime Minister 6 years later as he fans the flames of an unjustified national emergency. So, Mr. Speaker, when did the Prime Minister lose his way? When did it happen?
The right honourable Prime Minister.
Mr. Speaker, Conservative Party members can stand with people who wave swastikas. They can stand with people who wave the Confederate flag. We will choose to stand with Canadians who deserve to be able to get to their jobs, who be able to get their lives back. These illegal protests need to stop, and they will, Mr. Speaker.
Oh, Canada. Oh, Canada. He said the Conservatives stand with the swastikas. And I love this motto of government because you know what? You can respond to foolishness.
Thank you. Now we have a point of order. The honourable member for Thornhill.
Mr. Speaker, I am a strong Jewish woman and a member of this House and a descendant of Holocaust survivors, and I have never it's never been singled out, and I have never been made to feel less, except for today when the Prime Minister accused me of standing with swastikas. I think he owes me an apology. I'd like an apology, and I think he owes an apology to all members of this House.
The Parliament of Canada may be turning on Justin Trudeau. Look at this exchange with this gentleman and look at how it seems as though Trudeau starts to fold under the pressure after an apology is pressed. Oh, Canada.
Mr. Speaker, I've never seen such shameful and dishonorable remarks coming from this Prime Minister. My great-grandfather flew over 30 missions over Nazi Germany. My great-great-uncle's body lies at the bottom of the English Channel. There are members of this Conservative caucus who are the descendants of victims of the Holocaust. For the Prime Minister to accuse any colleague in this House of standing with the swastika is shameful. I'm giving the Prime Minister an opportunity. I'm calling on him to unreservedly apologize for this shameful remark.
The Right Honourable Prime Minister.
Mr. Speaker, Canadians deserve their freedoms back. Mr. Speaker, these illegal blockades that have continued to interfere with people's livelihoods, to interfere with people's daily lives,
I have to interrupt the Honourable Prime Minister, so ask everyone to calm down so we can hear the answer. The Right Honourable Prime Minister.
Mr. Speaker, the measures put forward in this Emergencies Act are proportional, are responsible, and quite frankly, are completely folded within the Charter of Rights and Freedoms. The steps that we are taking are important and measured to restore order and freedoms to Canadians in this country. That is exactly what we are doing.
Well, member for Sturgeon River, Parkland.
Mr. Speaker, the lack of an apology from that Prime Minister speaks volumes. I have given this Prime Minister an opportunity to retract a shameful remark where he would accuse any honourable member of this House to stand with a swastika. As I said before, we have colleagues who are the descendants of victims of the Holocaust. I'm giving the Prime Minister one more chance. Will he apologize to all members of this House?
The Right Honourable Prime Minister.
Mr. Speaker, even as the members of the Conservative Party are calling to us to take more action over the past 2 weeks on this, they continued to stand with and encourage these illegal blockades. Mr. Speaker, Canadians are watching carefully and see exactly where the Conservative politicians who've stood with those blockades are standing. We will stand on the side of Canadians who deserve their lives back, who deserve their livelihoods back.
Member for Sturgeon River, Parkland.
My apologies, Mr. Speaker. I didn't write these out. But the fact is, I don't know how any member of the government caucus can stand by this Prime Minister when he accuses honourable members of this House of standing with a swastika. I'm calling on all members of the Liberal caucus to denounce the Prime Minister. I have given him 2 chances to apologize. He has refused to apologize. Mr. Prime Minister, apologize.
Once again, I want to remind the honourable members, I know this is getting emotional, but place your questions through the Speaker, not directly to each other. The Right Honourable Prime Minister.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. These illegal blockades have been going on in Ottawa for 20 days now. People have been interrupted in their daily lives, have been made to feel fearful, have been made to miss shifts at their work across southern Ontario. These are things that cannot be stood for, which is why we're moving forward with a responsible set of measures to allow the local police jurisdiction to do their jobs. We continue to defend freedom of expression, freedom of assembly, as long as it's peaceful and legal, Mr. Speaker.
I think it's safe to say Justin Trudeau lost that exchange. He lost it. He was on the defense. He made, again, but this is what happens. And I've been going back and forth a little bit with someone in the chats. I'm neither Democrat nor Republican. I'm an independent who will vote according to my Christian values, according to the candidate on the ballot. But let's be honest. I can be honest, and I'll call out a party here and there. It is the left, it is the liberal who loves to use the race card whenever they can't intellectually deal with an issue. And so what did he do? Trudeau turned to race. The swastika brings up emotions. It brings up a whole host of issues when it comes to the Jewish people. He did it. He did it, and he did it on purpose. He did it on purpose. But the conservatives in the Canadian Parliament wouldn't let him get away with it. They went after him, knives out. Mr. Prime Minister, apologize. And he refused because that's who he is. He will race bait. He will lie. Trudeau is a tyrant. We can all see this. Oh, Canada, as an American, I'm proud of the Canadians at this moment.
For such a time as this,